Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol BOXL. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price. And in this situation, makes summarizing the movement today pretty straightforward. Now, before I make this next statement, I'm not saying it towards the company. I don't know anything about the company. I'm making it based towards the price action. And based on how the price is acted, I'm calling this one a pump and dump on thin ice. You can't quite go as far as a pump and dump, but it's like I said, it's literally sitting right on thin ice, and I'll explain what I mean by that and why this certain area on the chart is very, very important. In fact, let's change this to the color of ice. So there we go. This will be our thin ice point. Some powerful symbolism here. But this level at, let's see, what is that? About the $3 mark. Let's just give things extra wiggle room. So right there at 3. Why is $3 so important? Well, I'm not saying this is what's going to occur, but if the price were to come down to the $3 mark, crack down below the thin ice and continue on down, what would you then have at that point in time? You would literally have the price right back inside of that range where it was before the big move even occurred. And not to insult your intelligence, but price movements that go back to where they were, not exactly a sign of true power. And in this case, would definitely, be the nail in the coffin of a pump and dump. I mean, think about what that would imply if that were to occur. That would imply that the price went all the way up here, and then with just a time frame of a couple of days is all the way right back to where it started. If that's not a pump and dump, I don't know what is. Now, to be fair, that may not happen. The other thing that could occur is maybe the price comes down to the thin ice point, it holds up, and then starts to work its way back upwards. So from the big picture point of view, what would you have in this situation? Well, you'd have a set of lows there. You'd have that set of lows down there. If you envision each one of those as stair steps, then yeah, to be fair, from the big picture perspective, you would still technically have higher lows being built, and higher lows are the name of the game. Now, I do realize that if you're some sort of day trader or flipper and you bought up there, then yeah, you don't care about any of these higher lows, but I'm making these statements all more so from just the general chart perspective. So definitely a rough day today, looking like a potential pump and dump, but to be fair, you can't quite call it a pump and dump. But yeah, that $3 mark is definitely the thin ice point going into next week, so we'll see how it all plays out. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.